Ah, I was just jamming to Rock It Down by Vanupie. It's an amazing song, and when I started filming, it dropped out. Ah, look at this. Is it any wonder why I love being here? I need to find a good place to see this. So this escalated quickly. I mean, this is a video that I guess is gonna be substantial. It's gonna be important somehow, because we haven't been doing anything at all, right? But my life has changed. I probably, people are asking me, like, are you on drugs? What happened? What did you take? Life, man. I'm high on life. I'm so fucking high on life. Oh my God. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why I just happy to be here, as Shawnee would have said. I love every aspect of my life. Seriously, look at that. Look at this. It's currently 4:55 in the morning. And I'm just... I don't know if I'm actually packing up either. I'm done with this part of a 3-day adventure. And oh, what an adventure it has been. If you meet people that you resonate with, that you can share ideas with, and that will really challenge you intellectually, where you can give them some tidbits of your life that will basically give them an epiphany about theirs and just be off a lot better from the conversation. When you meet people like that, there is no explaining it. I'm so fucking happy right now. I could cry. I'm stone cold sober. I've been at the pubs all night drinking non-alcoholic beer while just talking to a new friend that I found 2 days ago. And we've been hanging out. Wait, is it 2 days ago? Yeah, it's Sunday. I met him on 7th of 7th. Is it 7th of 7th? I don't know if that's significant. We have been with each other every day since we met, because we just clicked instantly. And that just fell into place, right? Me and Joachim have been hanging out basically daily for some time now, because we connected to on a level that is hard to explain at all. There is no word for that connection. Like, when you can feel and touch that connection you have it with person, you can feel when it's there, and you can really instantly notice when it's gone. That tangible connection. See, you can't describe that connection. We had that because we shared everything about our lives. All of the shameful stuff we did. Things that you do not speak to anyone about. Like, things that you're ashamed to think about when you're looking at a mirror, because you're gonna cringe. Things that cannot be safely said in public. I mean, there was some deep moments up there where, if you are able to unload completely to another person on that level, you are gonna be having the equivalent feeling of 10,000 therapeutic hours, basically, where they will use every one of those 10,000 hours to kind of dig deep into you, make you reveal secrets layer by layer until they come to that big, horrible, ugly secret. That's their goal, right? They will spend so much time getting there sometimes. But that is their goal, and that's how they fix people. When you realize that. Because you get the feeling in your body, you are forming a neuron connection. Neuron pathway, I think is neuron. I'm tired too, but I'm still psyched. When you get that feeling, you are going to form, you're going to shape and grow your brain. Scientific fact. But knowing what feeling to go for is so hard. Like, you feel it when you're doing it, but you are not aware that that was an issue at all. You did not know that by telling this to the world, you are going to be unloaded of everything you had on your shoulders ever. Everything is just gonna, right? That is the connection I had with Joachim. That is the connection he had with me. And after that, our conversations have been completely different. We have been sharing ideas and growing on each other constantly, going through new barriers together, and other people too. I mean, no problem talking to people and having that connection instantly, because you have nothing to fear. You have nothing at all that is forming a shield around you, and you have nothing that you can be hurt by. You're free, and that feeling is amazing. I thought I was free. I wasn't. I had so many shameful things that I had to talk about. After that, we have been hanging out a lot. Now, he called me, and this is the universe. I'm not sure if the universe is helping those people that has realized how free they are, that has basically let go and now are completely free, because things are happening. And the universe is the only thing I can tell is the reason for that, because I've been getting stuff thrown in my way now for 3 days, and it has been inexplicable, the odds of that happening in that moment. That's just one. I mean, let's say beer. I was drinking non-alcoholic beer at the pub. I was sitting there. I was dreading the fact that I had to go up and go to the bar and buy a non-alcoholic beer. Non-alcoholic. I don't know. It's not the fact that it's non-alcoholic, because I don't like alcohol, but just the physical journey of getting there, right? And then back. I was just sitting on my ass. I didn't want to go back, because I was also having this conversation with that person that is going to enter the story very, very soon. Sitting there, and then I was like, nah, screw it. It's not worth it. Then a dude comes up. He asked me if I could hold on to his beer. A fucking non-alcoholic beer. Unopened. Or just opened, right? He asked, could you just hold on for this? I'm going to go and have a piss. Right? He was shit-faced. He goes in, have a piss, get out, and jumps into a cab and drives off. Now, I was contemplating getting a non-alcoholic beer just, I would say, seconds before this happened, and I just got handed a new non-alcoholic beer for free. I was like, what happened? Interesting stuff. I'm going to roll with it. So I drank the non-alcoholic beer. Why can't I just say beer? Because it's not beer. Let's be honest. I need to sit on that rock doing this. You have to see what's happening behind me. So there I was, right? Drinking off my last beer, non-alcoholic. And I'm sitting there and thinking, do I deserve this? Hey, fuck yeah, I deserve this, right? I have done so much things and worked so much with myself, gotten to places in my mind and in my relationships and in my mentality that I didn't think I could physically do, right? So I deserved that beer. I took it. I rolled it. Then he asked me, Joachim, oh wait, now I have to go back. Sorry about that. This was yesterday. This was just an example of the universe is being awesome to me. Very lately. So my Joachim asked me to cut his hair. He has dreadlocks, as you probably see. It's blowing so much, I don't know if you're catching what I'm saying. He asked me if I have a shear, right? So I say, yeah, I can come over. I can help you with your hair. Come over there. I cut his hair, and then he says, should we go visit my cousin? And I think you're going to bond with him. I'm sorry, you've seen this, right? It's freaking beautiful, right? Appreciate that shit. So I get over there, cut his hair. He asked me if I want to see his cousin. I say, dude, yeah, that sounds good right now. Just meeting new people. I want that. We head over there and pick them up at their mother's place. I go out of the car after driving them to the top of the city, like behind me, but like way up there. We wanted a view. As we're sitting there and just showing them this amazing place, he starts talking. And we instantly connect because he's talking to me like I'm talking to you right now. About things that just resonated with me. And I was like, oh my God, you're on the same path as I am. We're thinking the same thing. We are on the same frequency right here. And he felt that too. Joachim felt that this is fucking awesome. So he knows. We know when we feel like we can talk to people. When we feel like we can connect to people on a deep level. So he just sat there smiling. I was smiling. He was smiling. Thomas. I hear that he's living in Bali. He's a surfer. He's got his business going from Bali. Oh, now it's actually coming up. So he's got to figure out, right? He's in Bali and living the life. He's free. He's single. I think he's a fucking handsome guy. So we've been he have been swatting off girls all night and all yesterday. We're gonna come to that. It was amazing. So we're sitting there and we're just exchanging thoughts. I'm learning a little bit of his basics. He's learning a little bit of my basics. Like, we're living here, we do this and we do that. So we agree to see the sunset together. Like all of us, a gang of 5 people. We go out there, we see the sunset. It's beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful. We start talking more. We start sharing more and more things, right? And we get comfortable with each other, like really. So I drive them home and we thank each other for a very amazing day. Yeah, there's another thing, actually, a big thing. While we drove to see the sunset, we had to drop them off because they were eating. They were hungry, right? We got invited for dinner, me and Joachim, and we got in there. I met his mother. She's on the same wavelength as me too. So we had the most amazing conversation. We talked about books that we've read. She said that she'd read The Alchemist. She asked if I've read it. I said yes. She says she's never met anyone else in Norway that has read The Alchemist. And I was like, holy crap, but that's a huge, important book. Like, you really learn stuff from that book. And I thought to myself, oh my God, the first time I read that, I don't think I really got it. I remember the story and stuff, but I didn't really get it. So I got home after this amazing day with the sunset and all, and I go to bed. But as I'm in bed, I'm reading 2 chapters of The Alchemist. I get up the day after, at 12-ish, like noon. I was so hammered, like in my head. I was tired as shit. So I slept until noon. I woke up. I opened The Alchemist again, and I fucking read the book through and through, like cover to cover. From the second chapter, there's no chapters in it, but like, let's say 20 pages in, until finish. I was sitting there for like 5.5 hours, sitting there thinking, holy crap, I'm sitting here, but I feel fucking good. I feel great. I feel amazing, right? So I'm totally okay with just focusing on my book right now because I pretty much know that the day is going to be amazing. So I read out the book, I call Joachim, I head out there again, and we agree that we are going to hang out with Thomas, George, and Daniel like that night. Just chill. In the pubs again. They liked the ambience, right? So we were there, talked to a lot of people. Holy crap, we talked to a lot of people. But we talked a lot amongst ourselves too, and we shared more and more ideas. Things that challenged the way I was thinking from before. Am I spitting? Sorry about that. New things that you didn't really think about. When you get new ideas introduced to your head that resonates with you, you go through this journey in your head, basically. I think that's when it's growing. The sun is all the way up. This is beautiful. Fucking beautiful. So yeah, and you get addicted. So we wanted to hang out more. Of course. Talk a lot, change the life, fucking sentence to sentence sometimes. We agree that we're going to do the same thing today. Or else Saturday. So I head out to Joachim's after he's done with the work. I've cleaned out my car, which was amazing, actually. I think that brought a lot of clarity. I head out to Joachim, and we just packed the car with stuff, bow and arrow and stuff, because it's awesome with bow and arrow. So we hang out with him actually all day, drive I drove my brother and my sister-in-law to a party, and then we just hung out. And I was at the pub when he started, and we just hung out more. No, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Because my brain hasn't slept and internalized what I've learned, I'm still beat and I'm mentally really tired. We talked. We were watching the sunrise, the sunset. No, the view. Just the view. The horizon, actually. Because I have this favorite spot up in the mountains where you can see the town and the ocean and everything. So we were there talking for, it's got to be 3 or 4 hours minimum. Just floating dynamically in a fucking conversation that blew all our minds. Things that like shattered everything. Think about that. When you have people that basically just builds your conversation further, you're building on each other. You're getting new ideas instead of thinking about the ideas that got planted in your head by a negative talking person. Because that drains you. When people are talking about problems, right? You have to think about their problems. You're getting pulled down. Your energy changes. You're totally a different mindset or mood. Well, when the conversation is the opposite and you are really finding the other person interesting and he or she is thinking the exact same about you, and you're shooting words back and forth that challenge your current thinking and just makes you shatter what you already believed. It's inexplicable. You cannot explain that level of connection. It's not possible. So that was one of the greatest moments of my life, I think. One of those few you really remember. I remember because we were talking, and some of you are going to love this. It was actually a revelation. You meet someone and you feel like you know them. You've known them for their entire life, and there's just something deeply recognizable in the soul you're talking to. I'm saying soul now because we're going to go deep. So say that... Okay, let's do an experiment first. Did you know that mice, the irrational fear of mice, might actually be something that your ancestors went through? That they experienced a trauma that basically just traveled through generations of genes? Purely scientific. It's possible. They have done the research, and it's possible. They've stimulated the fear part of the brain, and they have seen that, okay, this has that history, that has that history. This is checking out. Well, okay, if trauma can be transferred like that through the ages and generations, why wouldn't everything else too, right? So let's say that you are in the 1500s, right? Your ancestor is living there, just doing his normal thing, and he meets this guy, this awesome guy that he just connects with because he feels like he knows him. So he connects with him and just form this unbreakable bond, basically. That is so powerful that it changes your brain. Now, what if that goes in the genes? And that is just traveled by each family tree, basically, until now where our branches are touching again. Like, I know him this much because I have subconscious memories and experiences with his ancestor. And he has the same thing with me. Does not that make a little sense? That was, when you think like that, on that level, and you're basically stimulated to get to that point. If you have a conversational partner that is interesting and really gets you, you can fucking change everything about how you're thinking, about your mentality, about your fucking mood, about what you're appreciating in life, about everything. I mean, it's inexplicable. I think I love a man. 2 men, actually. have never experienced talking to people on that level of deepness. I mean, I can start and prod, and I can talk to people, and I can sit there and see that my words are just hitting their forehead and just falling down in their lap or their fucking beer. It's like talking to a wall, right? And you have to censor yourself to be able to speak to people that can't respond to what you're thinking, right? It drains you instead of feeding you with new information that you can build upon, right? You're not helping each other with the same mental problem, basically, when you're hitting the wall with a forehead or just trying to speak to someone or trying to explain colors to a blind person, right? It's kind of hard explaining colors, actually. I've tried. If they do not understand what you're talking about, you have to limit yourself. I get all the quotes now. All the quotes. If you want to succeed in life, hang around with the people that you feel is your tribe. Find your tribe, man. Because holy crap, I see endless potential in everything I do. I have a meaning in life. I'm experiencing it, actually achieving my goals that I've never done before. I'm fucking effective when I'm doing stuff. Everything has just worked out for me right now. Because I'm thinking differently. I'm doing shit that I didn't think possible just a year ago. Because I'm thinking differently. And then finding others that are thinking the exact same way boosts your fucking mentality, your thinking, your fucking everything. It gives a turbo injection fucking... I can't explain it. Some of you know what I'm talking about. We're starting a podcast. This was a long first episode, and I don't even know if you're still watching. If you are, I appreciate the fuck out of you. It means that you're really interested, because if I was speaking to a forehead right now, they would have jumped the ship like 5 minutes ago. Thank you for hearing me ramble through a sunrise. Fuck the nature, man. The sunsets, the sunrise, the fucking innocent campfire in the middle of the woods with moose fucking circling you. Freedom. Get out in nature. Experience the fucking marvel we have here on Earth. Then travel. Experience shit. This is going to be an amazing podcast. This is just the start of something amazing. We're going to fucking change so many minds. Stay tuned. Good morning, by the way. Love you.